Hi everyone, it's me Brandy with Be Vintage Design and Decor, and today I finally have my auction haul for you guys. So it's a very exciting day. I finally went, thanks to my good friend Nancy, who also watches my channel. She went with me this evening so that I didn't get murdered picking up from a stranger the auction haul that I won way back in early December. So it's been well over a month that my shipping didn't get here for whatever reason. So I had to drive all the way out to the east side to pick up my auction haul. And then on the same day, my haul that I got, my one pair of earrings that I got from another auction also at the beginning of December, came in the mail today. So these are not for sale. These are mine. I'm keeping them. Originally, I was trying to win another set of them, but I did not win it. And disclosure, my nails look awful. I'm going tomorrow to get them done, but I just thought I would put that out there so I don't get comments. But they're Tiffany & Company earrings, sterling silver, 925. They are these beautiful drop earrings, and I did actually polish them up when I got them. They were pretty tarnished, and I got them for $26. So it was a great score. They're beautifully made, that you can tell that they're true Tiffany quality. So yeah, I am very, very happy that I won these for myself. I did try and win a second pair, like I said, but the bidding went way too high for what I wanted to buy them for, because I was going to buy those ones for resale. And I apologize, I want to put these back in my ears real quick because I have so much jewelry out that I do not want them to get lost in the hordes of jewelry that I have in here. So I will go over with you what's in this lot. I've glanced through it just to kind of make sure everything looked like it was there, but I haven't like thoroughly inspected anything. So we will start with the bags of rings that are in there. I have also a lot of bracelets and one necklace. So I think I got all the rings. So yeah, they were all the same auction, but all separate lots. So that's why they're all bagged individually like this. Let me just set these ones to the side. Some of them are sterling, some of them are not. Let me start with the sterling ones actually, because those are easier to find on the paper, so I can tell you what I paid for them. The one set of sterling rings that has 5, which looks like this one, I actually paid $44.13, which for 5 rings is not bad at all. And like I said, they are all sterling. So if you see anything in this video, because everything will be up for sale, I'm either going to put it on eBay or in my booth, but I will give you guys first dibs on it. So if you see anything that interests you, just email me at bvintage74@gmail.com and I will give you a price. I'm not going to price things out right now. I do give a better deal to subscribers than I do to people on eBay, but without kind of looking some stuff up or having an idea of what I would like for any of this, since I did just get it, I don't want to say pricing in the video. So I did take my ring off, that way you could see the rings on. So this was a lot of 5 sterling silver rings, and this one doesn't say the sizes, it just says sizes vary. So this one, I'll size them each out. This one looks like it has a bunch of interwoven S's kind of shape, and the size on it is a 7. The back side is solid. The front is this design. I'm trying to think the best way to show them to you so you can see that design. Maybe just hanging it over the white here. But yeah, it's a really pretty design. And it is marked on that solid part there. Now this one says China 925, so I may scrape this one and test. Let's test that, because we all know how sometimes things that come out of China that say they're 925 might not be. So it's scraping like it is. I would just feel better if I knew for sure before I got somebody's heart set on it and it wasn't. So we will let that sit for a minute and we'll go on to the next one. So these two are the same. They are both these solitaires. This one is a red stone, like a ruby color, and this one is just a clear rhinestone. And they are like these little solitaire, and they have silver, let me can see a little better there, silver around the stone. It's not going away, but it's not turning blue yet. Let's see. These are, one of them is 6, yeah, they're both pretty much 6 and 6.75. So let me see if they are marked. Now I need to get my loop out. And you know, when you do them at auction, they just look at it. They don't sit there and investigate it too much. Sometimes they don't even disclose if there is something wrong with them. Okay, so this is 925 India, and it has the Silpada symbol on it. So these are both Silpada. Okay. This one actually kind of looks like it could be too. Let me just glance at what the mark is on this one. This is just marked 925 that I see. Whoops. Okay, so this one is just marked 925, and it has a cluster of 5 clear rhinestones. And then this one is a size 5.5. That's what that one looks like. Let me put one of these on here so you can kind of see what that looks like. Okay. And I'll tell you, it still hasn't disappeared, but it still hasn't started to glow. So, not sure what to make of that one. But it's still a really cute ring. Okay, so this one is more of an antique ring. At least it looks like it. It definitely, you know, has that silver tarnish. It is marked 925, no other maker's mark. It is a mother of pearl heart. And on the sides there is like a detailed leaf and like a little filigree kind of swirl action. Ooh, it's tiny too, really tiny. So this one is a size 4. So that might fit my pinky, yeah. So it's a size 4, mother of pearl heart, very pretty. Okay, so that is the first lot of sterling silver rings. Now the second lot of sterling silver rings, I paid $15.07, so about $5 a piece. And these are solitaire. This one does have a mark in it. I do need to clean this one up. Goodness gracious. I mean, it says 925. I can't tell what the other 2 marks are on it. And if I do sell these, I would probably polish them up before I sold them, unless somebody didn't want them polished up. So this just has a clear stone, and it's probably about a 7. Yeah, it's a size 7. Okay, and then the next one is the same thing. This is probably 6.5 or 6. But this is more of a marquee clear stone, and it is marked inside What does that say? 925 sterling. Okay, and this one is a 5.5. This one is gorgeous. It's already my daughter already tried to steal this one because she was going through the box before I even was going through the box. Sterling. It says a company name. Hold on. And it is an Avon. It's really pretty, especially for an Avon ring. It just has this simple little pearl, probably a faux pearl in the center, and it's kind of wrapped. There you can kind of see how it's wrapped around the pearl. And this one feels like it's probably a 7 or a little bit more. It's a 7. Okay. So that's those 3. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This lot of 5. They just say 5 bold fashion rings on 2 of the lots. So I will just pull all these out. One lot I paid $6.78 for. Another one I paid $6 for. And another one I actually paid $14 for. I believe this was the $14 one, and I'll show you why. So I will set them kind of separated. And then here's the last grouping of the 5. This one I think I paid the least amount for because of some of the tarnish on some of them. So we'll start with this one and then go up to the others. This one, this is actually a very pretty ring, but, and it almost looks like it is supposed to be copper. I just think it actually wore away that much, but it doesn't look bad at all. And it does have like one missing stone there, maybe a dead stone there, and it just needs a good cleaning, but it's a very pretty ring. And it's probably an 8. Yes, it goes down to the 8. So that's a nice ring. Okay, this one is a glass ring, but it's very pretty. It also is probably an 8, and it's got this really pretty like orangey, red, gold, and black print to it. Very comfortable ring. This one, it's almost an 8. But it actually has a little room kind of up in here, so it probably would fit somebody that was an 8. This one's very pretty. It looks to have all of its stones. It does have some wear on the back side here. If you can see that. It's probably about a 7. I will size it, but it's got these black stones and these clear rhinestones. Very pretty. It's almost like a little flower design. It's a little bigger than a 7. It's like 7 1/4. Okay. And this one has some definite wear around. It's just a plain black oval, rather large. Nice ring though. The silver all around here is good. It's really just on the bottom back side of the band. And this one it's about a 7 as well too. It's in between a 6.75 and a 7. 6 3/4, however you want me to say it. This one, I can't tell if it actually has wear or if it was meant to look like that. I'm thinking it's just worn away, but it's interesting because you can see some silver, but there's all this coppery color, of course. And then the copper carries throughout here, which you would typically think that that would stay silver. But then when you look on the sides, it is silver. So it almost looks like it was intentional, but I don't know if it was. But all the stones are there. It's a very pretty ring. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rhinestones in it. and it is about an 8, and it's probably a little bit of a roomy. Could fit an 8 because there is that kind of lift up in it for your skin to kind of probably go up a little bit. So that was that first lot, and put that back in the baggie. Here is the second lot. Now this one is missing 2 stones. I'm not sure if I'll put this one in crafting or what I'll do with it. It's still a really pretty ring. It needs a bath, but it has this gorgeous center stone, and it looks like it would be black, but I think it's actually a really deep purple because it picks up the light and kind of gives a little bit of a purple hue. And it's really, the center stone is in great shape. So if either you could overlook the fact that there's 2 missing stones, which it's funny because they're actually kind of symmetrical across from each other, or replace them. It does show some wear though on the back. That copper's coming through, but if you're wearing the ring, you really don't see that. This is actually a size 9. So that would actually be, you know, a nice accent to a different finger if you didn't have a size 9 ring finger. This is really pretty. I'm not normally one of these type of people that likes the big flower rings. I used to wear that kind of stuff, but long time ago, like in my 20s. But this is really just, the sparkle on it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The center has some AB crystals, and then it's surrounded by this purple enamel, and then these purple and blue colored stones, and there's a few lighter colored stones in there as well. So pretty. And it's got very minimal wear on it, very like not even existent. It is a size 7.5, but what a pretty accent ring that is on, you know, on either your ring finger or one of your side fingers. That's like so pretty, I don't even want to take it off. Gorgeous. Okay, gotta love the bling. Speaking of bling, I think this is probably one of, there's 2 that I absolutely love. This one, which, whoops, it's just a nice band with like these scattered stones, and then there's like, I think rhinestone chips maybe throughout here. I can't really tell. Let me see if there are chips there, or if it's just the silver. I think it's just the silver. She needs a little bit of a bath, but other than that, she's in great condition. I don't see any markings on this one, but you can tell it's a good quality ring. And it is probably right close to a 7. Very pretty. I hope you can see the detail in that one. You can actually see through the center. There's like holes where you can see your, you know, you can see through it, see your skin. There we go. So very pretty. Nice good weight on that one. This one's also nice and has a really nice weight to it. It is marked, it looks like Kiam family, K-I-A-M family. Not sure. But it's this gold, like matted gold colored ring with these like carved out flecks in it. And it's just this really nice wide band. And it's very comfortable too. This one is probably about a 7.5. And then this one here is missing 2 stones there and 1 over here. It is marked, oh, it's a Leah Sophia. Okay. So it does have some wear on the back band. It's not really turning coppery. It's just starting to kind of fade. But it's still a pretty ring. Even though it's missing those few stones, they're on the side and you really can't see. And then these are AB crystals in here. She needs a bath too, but she's got some pretty sparkle. And this one is, it's just about a size 9. So that is a nice accent ring as well. Oops, I almost mixed that up with my other lot. Okay, last lot of rings. Now this is the one I paid more for. I paid $14 for this one. This is why. Because of this. This ring is just, it's stunning. It is like an absolutely beautiful ring. It is not marked and it is not like sterling or anything, but it is in great condition. I'm trying to put it on a finger. This is really the only finger that it fits, which I think it actually looks good on that finger. It has a very deep, like amethyst color stone. You kind of see the light picking up there, the deep purple. Beautifully faceted. The silver's in great shape. It's a nice, good weight. It's not like a real light, but it's not a real heavy ring. It just feels like a very nice quality ring. I'm actually very surprised that it's not marked. But this is the reason why I paid more for that lot, because this was just such a gorgeous ring. And I think there might even be something in the bag that matches that. This one shows somewhere around the edges, like right around here. But other than that, it does not. And it has like this plastic, might even be glass. I think it's glass actually. Like kind of opalescent square stone, but it's rounded. It's very, can you see the rounded? There we go. Very pretty, very nice weight. It does maybe show just a tiny bit of the kind of coppery color on the side. Very, very minimally, only if you're looking for it. And this one is, it's like a 7.5. Okay. This one is also really pretty. It has black stones. It looks like they're all there. And it also has some clear stones. It has like this kind of concave design to it. Very comfortable ring. It does show, whoops, let's start this way. It does show a little bit of wear right here on the back of the band, but not on the sides or on the top. So when you're wearing it, it just looks really pretty and sparkly. This one is probably around a 7. Yeah, it's a 7. Very pretty ring. Love the sparkle. These two are the same, but let's see if they are marked. They are not marked. They are just enamel, and then this is like a silver, like dotting, I guess is the best way to describe it. It is raised. And one is aqua and one is black. And I think they might be similar sizes. They're very pretty. So the black one is like a 7.5. And then the aqua one might be closer to a 7. Yeah, that's about 7, 7.25. You could probably, because it does kind of hump up a little bit, you can see, you could probably get like a 7.5 on there. Okay, so that was it for those. And let's put those away and we will go to the bracelets. And I did get one necklace. Now the necklace, they called it a bold turquoise necklace, but it is not turquoise. I don't believe it's turquoise. I believe it's howlite. Like I said, they don't really investigate these things very much, but to me it looks like howlite, and it is not in a sterling, which I would think if it was actual turquoise it would be in sterling, because it shows a little bit of wear like here where maybe it sat on someone's chest or neck, but it's on this really nice kind of box chain, and it's a nice heavy, I mean, it's definitely a stone, but like I said, I don't know if it is actual turquoise. I don't know if it's actually howlite. It looks like it to me. I do see, and this, you see, I see some kind of white like underneath there, but I don't know if that's the actual stone or if that's some type of glue residue. I don't know. But my best instinct is that this is just dyed howlite. It does have this little bit of kind of raise to it. It's a nice, like I said, nice heavy weight. I think they said it weighed, they didn't put the weight in. The other stuff they put weights in. But the chain itself is nice and heavyweight. And the chain, who knows, may actually be sterling. Where's my magnet? No, it's magnetic. So it is not either. So it's just a beautiful decorative necklace. So if nobody on here wants it, I will probably put it in my booth instead of eBay. Okay. And now all the bracelets. Now the bracelet lot, I paid, and I did tell you, yeah, I paid $6 for that turquoise necklace. And where is the, sorry about that. Oh, the 21 costume bangle bracelets. I got 21 bracelets for $18. So not bad, less than $1 for each one. And from my first glimpse, they all looked resellable. So I will pull them all out, and then I will push them kind of to the side. They did package this stuff really well, I will say. They didn't really like pad the jewelry from hitting each other, but they did do a good job wrapping it all up in bubble and everything. Okay, put my solution away. All right, so here is all the bracelets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Okay, for a second there I was getting scared. So 21 total bracelets. Let me push these aside, and we will pull them out one at a time. This one is definitely my favorite that I've pulled out. It has this beautiful copper and gold, like, I know that's not cloisonne, and I cannot think of the word. I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comments. Oh my gosh, I can't, for the life of me, I can't, it's not the tip of my tongue, I can't remember what it's called. But it has this like heart, which I know is the maker's mark. I have to look up who does that. But it's a gorgeous bangle. I mean, really pretty. It has these elephants and almost like a cherry blossom looking tree branch going all around it. Very pretty. So that is one of my favorites. And there was one other one that I saw also had elephants. Here we go. This is a nice silver one. It is not marked anywhere. I don't believe any of these are sterling. This also has elephants on it. Not sure. I mean, I'm sure it's probably not silver, but it's probably some other metal that, you know, is it magnetic? Sorry. Well, I had a brain malfunction there. Really pretty though, very detailed elephants, almost like Indian inspired. And then it is this cuff that you just kind of like clamp over your skin. There we go. Clamp on. That's also very pretty. Oh, and it's also very stuck. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. See, when I first glanced, I thought this matched that purple stone, but it doesn't. It is a beautifully faceted black stone, not marked. It is this also this clamper style. Very pretty. It really doesn't show any wear at all. Needs a little cleaning. But yeah, that's a really pretty bracelet. Very nice. Okay, this is just a kind of standard bangle. It's like a gunmetal color, and it looks good. I mean, everything looks in really good shape. These are not stones. They're picking up the light though very nicely. They're just a bunch of metal, like dots, kind of metal, almost like a metally mesh. This is pretty standard stretch bracelet, but it's in good shape. It's in good shape. This one will probably end up in my booth if nobody on the channel wants it. Okay, so this one shows somewhere, it shows some of the copper wear right down in the center and on the inside, but minimally. And it's almost like this like vented bangle, but it's still very pretty. And I mean, I would still wear it. Even with that little bit of wear, it's still very wearable. Let's see. This one is definitely howlite or a bead. It does have some wear back here, but maybe a tiny bit up here. But it's actually a very nice bracelet. It would be really pretty with like the right outfit for sure. A nice statement piece. Oops. There is this the only one? No, there's two. Here we go. Two of these beaded. This one's a little more like somebody wanted to stretch it out to make it look like it was more of a collection of bracelets, but it's all one bracelet, and it's this nice blue colored stones and seed bead, and it's got the, you know, the nice little closure, so it still closes even though they're separated. It still closes very nicely. And then there is this one that is more of like the brown earthy tone, muted purple, and this one is all, you know, tightly still together, so it looks more of like a cuff. Those are both really pretty. Here is, oh, that looks tight. Oh, and it is. Okay, here is a Wonder Woman bracelet. This is really neat, actually. It's very mod looking. It is in a gunmetal color and has these 4 bars that go across in different shapes. And then there's the back side. It does not show any wear, so it's still in great shape. Okay. This one is definitely dyed howlite. The stone has a little wear right there. It almost looks like, if you can see, it is not attached. It is like somebody took some jewelry wire and attached the stone to this. Like maybe this lost its stone, or it didn't have one and they felt it needed one. But it's this clamper style. Very nice big bracelet. I will probably stick this one in my booth. And it doesn't have any wear. No, not really. Very, very slight if it does. That might just be the light picking that up. So it's still a nice, pretty bracelet. Okay. Let's see. This is a magnetic clamp bracelet. None of these are marked. I looked when I've put each one on. This is just a purple and red kind of fun accent bracelet. Has a really nice tight magnetic seal. Okay, this one is just a standard bangle with a little texture to it. I'll probably just put this one in my booth. This is really pretty. There are 2 different types of these. So there's this one and there's this one. This first one, you have to push the little button here to open it, which is nice. I do not, let me glance, I did not see a mark on either of these. And this one has 3 stones and then 4 like silver dividers in between them. There we go. And then this other one, this is a really Very nice bracelet. I'm surprised it does not have a maker's mark. How do you open this one? I don't want to pull it. Hello? How do you open? Oh, I guess you do just pull it. It does have a little safety notch. It is not marked either. But it's clearly not, it's similar, but it is not by that same maker. I probably shouldn't close it because what if I can't get it back off? It needs a little bath. It has 3 kind of recessed stones. And I can't tell if it's just a little dirty or if it has a little glue residue around one of them. I think it's just a little dirty. So yeah, I would disclose that. If I were to sell it, I would make sure that comes clean. Can you see what I'm talking about? How there's a little orange around that one? I think it's just dirt. This is really pretty. I don't know what it is. I always like circles in jewelry. Oh man, is that hard to get on? There we go. But I just think they're just really classic. Very pretty. It's like a gunmetal color, almost like a dark black. Oh, it does have, it looks like one little disconnect here in one of the circles, but you don't even notice it. Probably from someone putting it on and off. But I don't see why that would be there. It's probably a seam that just popped. But there you go, you can see it there. It's still a really pretty bracelet though, but I would definitely disclose that. It's definitely still wearable, and it's not in a place where when you take it off, it's gonna make it worse. Okay, here is a honker of a clamp bracelet. Nice size, all silvery. Very pretty, very chunky, needs a bath. Okay, and then here is another one that is a big, talk about Wonder Woman bracelet. There we go. It looks gold in the camera, but it's silver. Or isn't it? No, I don't know. I can't tell in this lighting. It's like a silver gold. It might be like a real faded gold. I don't know. It's very hard to tell. I mean, here's the silver next to it. So it does have like a goldenish hue, but it's not gold. Although that's more of a brassy gold, but yeah, it's not a gold. It's cute though. It's very pretty. It has like this opening in the back. Very nice. Sorry, I'm running out of room, but I only have 3 more. So here's just this little standard bangle. This is nothing exciting. Probably lot that together. This is a stretch bracelet, but it's got some really great stretch to it still. And it's got these really pretty red plastic beading all around it. Plastic stones. Very pretty, nice color. Great for Valentine's Day. Yeah, has a lot of good stretch to it. Tightens right back up. So, and then this is just another stretch. This one, I can't even tell what color. I think these are black, and then these are like a gunmetal. The stretch is a little bit more forgiving on this one than that last one, but it's still, you can tell, is very tight to the skin. So very nice. Almost, I don't know, it's like a cross between a modern and a tribal kind of look. It's really neat though. So yeah, that's the last one. Let me know what your favorite piece was out of all of them. I would definitely say mine would be this bracelet, that ring with the big purple stone, and probably those little tiny sterling silver rings are my favorite. And maybe even, I like this one a lot too. But I would say definitely my favorite one is that purple big stoned, and probably both these elephants. But honestly, this was really pretty too. And so were these. So it's kind of hard to pick my favorite, but still like this one a lot. If you can remember what that's called, I know you can. I know as soon as I stop recording, I'm going to remember what it is. But yeah, so I will have another haul coming for you this week of the jewelry that I got from my friend the other day. And I know she's eager to see what was in those bags as well as I am. And then in that same video is going to be my giveaway. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.